Welcome back, video 3. So I did make some minor changes, so I changed up the coloring a little bit. I kind of like this better than what I had before I stopped the video. So what we need to do now is we're going to add some text to this banner. But say we are doing this banner and we're going to have a bunch of different titles as the video plays. So it's not just going to stay this, stuck to this one banner with whatever saying. I want to add some other guides. So we're setting up a template to where to place all the text. And I have my rulers turned on. If you don't have your rulers turned on, it is Control R or Command R on the Mac. And then within the ruler, I'm just taking my mouse, I'm clicking and dragging from inside of the ruler, and I can drag some more guides. So I want a guide for my subtext. I want a guide for my title text. I want a guide from the left side telling me where I want the wording lettering to start, and a guide showing me where I want the lettering to stop. And this way, this template will kind of just be a guide for you that you can use. I'm going to zoom in a little bit just to move this one down. These are not locked yet. Of course, you can go back up after you're happy with it and lock them in place so they don't move on you. And the other thing we did, or I did in between videos, is we took these layers from video 2 and we put them into a folder. So to do that, you want to select on the outermost or the topmost layer, hold Shift, click on the bottom layer, the bottommost layer that you want to select or group or put into a folder. And then you want to Control G, which puts it into a folder. You can also drag it down into the folder. You could also create the folder and then drag them, all these layers into it. But anyway, you're making a folder. You call the folder Lower Thirds Banner. Last thing we want to do, you can see that I have these links. So I have it set up to where these are all locked together. And to do that, I have them all selected, and I'm just going to click on Unlink Layers because I want to show you what I did. So I have them selected, right click on the layers, you have link layers show up. You can see now we have them all linked together. And now when I click off of it and click on, all those are now locked together. Okay. So let's just collapse that. Now we're going to add some text. I'm going to move this over a little bit so we can see it all. Grab your type tool, single click on the page, start typing, and I'm just going to put how to videos. You can say how to clean a screen or process of making a banner, or name it however you want. Banner making, working the rolls roller table, whatever it is. I'll just say how to videos on here. And so in your type tool, if I click on it, you have access to what font you have. If it's, if there's options for regular, bold, italic, whatever, size of font, color. I have mine set to black. To get into any other settings for your font, you could either go to your character tab on the right side, or you can click on this little folder up top. It does the same thing, pops it open. And then you have options to make some other adjustments. So like the tracking here, I'm going to take it down to 0. And then I'm going to click on the font size and then scroll up so I can kind of see it. Of course, you could take your move tool, make sure your show transform controls are checked, and then you can just drag that font to be bigger. And use the guides that you set up, kind of place them on the guides. So we'll see what that looks like. And then we're going to do it again. So grab your type tool, click on the page, and this is going to be a sub title. So it's kind of some descriptor as to what that means. So make a banner, process of creating hem and grommets for a banner or whatever you're doing. So I'm just going to say learning how to um, let's see here, to print shop. That makes complete sense. Learning how to print shop. I'm going to scale it down because the subtext does need to be smaller. I'm going to line it up left justified to the how-to videos, and I'm going to adjust the tracking just to make it a little more pleasing to the eye. Okay, that looks decent enough. So again, you can change the color, you can change the font. It doesn't have to match mine. I really want you to use these in your videos, so setting it up, thinking about it is a good thing. After you type it out, we are going to select both of the fonts, both layers for the text, and then we're going to group these. So select them both, Control G or Command G on the Mac. We'll name this title. Font. Or whatever you want. And that will be it for this video. More to come.